you. And as we get things started here on the program, everybody excited about what's going to be happening Saturday night and Saturday afternoon at the Don Haskins Center. Live pro boxing returning to El Paso, and Golden Boy Promotions going to be bringing a huge card with us. That'll be featuring one of the great Mexican fighters as well in the boxing world right now, in terms of Munguía, who is truly one of the great young up-and-coming fighters. With us right now from Golden Boy Promotions to kick the show off is none other than Oscar De La Hoya himself. Great to see you, and I understand that later in the week you're going to be coming back to El Paso, and I know El Pasoans will be excited to see you back.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, and thank you for having me. It's been many years. I believe ever since I fought Patrick Charpentier, I might have gone a couple of times after that for press conferences, but it's exciting. It's an exciting town just for boxing in general. I mean, people there know their boxing, and the fact that we're bringing Jaime Munguía in, a fighter who's from Tijuana, Mexico, who supposed to be the next big sensation out of Mexico. Undefeated fighter. He's fighting this kid from Poland, I believe.
You're right.
We've changed the opponents so many times. Like, I have no clue who he's fighting now. So, but obviously it was out of our hands. But we wanted to make sure that we keep the show, because it's El Paso, and it's exciting for us as the Golden Boy and myself to go back and be there with the fans.
I got to tell you, when this fight was first announced and we found out that Jaime Munguía would be fighting in El Paso, I didn't know how that would be received, but tickets sold very quickly right out of the gate. It was supposed to be in April, but then, as you will remember, we had issues with the opponents. His replacement opponent got hurt. Then the original opponent backs out. So here you are with a couple of weeks left, and you're still able to bring in a pretty quality opponent right now for Munguía on 2 weeks' notice. But I guess that's boxing, right? You know what? You've got a big name in Munguía, and ultimately there's going to be people wanting to get a shot, even if it's on just a couple of weeks' notice.
Yeah, no, even if it's a couple of weeks' notice, we did find a great opponent with only one loss. Am I gonna say it's a dangerous opponent that can knock Munguía out? I mean, I'm hoping he doesn't, but it should be a great fight. It should be a great evening or afternoon of fights. Not only do we have Jaime Munguía, but also Marlene Esparza, who's the Olympian from Houston. We have Blair Cobbs, who was always very exciting to watch. Probably one of the most exciting prospects out there that we have. And so we're excited. We're excited. Just to be in El Paso is exciting for me. So I can't wait.
I'm excited for the fight card too, because it starts at 1 o'clock. Munguía then will go on at 4, and then you've got a Facebook Live card that'll start in the evening. So really, if you're a fight fan, you can get there in the afternoon and spend the entire day and the entire evening at the Haskins Center and have as many pro fights as you can handle right now.
Exactly. I believe it's something like 10 fights. So yeah, if you're a real true boxing fan and you want to watch some great fights, then yeah, you can stay there for as many hours as you like. But we're all about at Golden Boy, we're all about stacking our cards and stacking them with even fights and fighters who are going to give you your money's worth. And that's one thing that I personally wanted to make sure, with my matchmakers, is that we put on some great fights for El Paso.
23 years ago, Oscar De La Hoya fought Patrick Charpentier in El Paso. I was still hosting this show 23 years ago. Wow. I remember what it was like. I remember when he was here for the fights. I remember Lou Ferrigno being the A-list celebrity who was ringside and so excited to be at that fight for HBO. And crazy enough, we covered about 10 of your fights after that in Vegas. So For me, it was May and September. I always knew twice each year I'd be in Vegas with you for your fights. Saw all the wars and battles from pretty much that 1998 Charpentier fight through the end of your career. And I was wondering, I was going to ask you how you spent your pandemic, but I know how. You're in great shape. You want to make a chance to come back and get back in the ring again and fight for the fans. And, as far as an exhibition goes, I guess see what you've got left in the tank right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah. You brought back some good memories. I mean, 23 years ago was the last time I fought. I think this is the 23rd anniversary. It feels like yesterday. It really does. Just because of the memories that the El Paso people just instilled in me. I mean, it's incredible. So, yeah, you're right. I've actually been training really hard and really smart these last few months. When Mike Tyson fought against Roy Jones Jr., I believe in November, he inspired me. He brought something out in me where I was like, wow, if he can do it at 56 years old and he looks good doing it, then there's no reason why I couldn't do it. We're both from the same era. He's older than me, but he looked amazing against Roy Jones Jr. and it was just an exhibition. So, when I come back and I'm still finalizing everything as we speak, but when I do come back, I want it to be an actual real fight. And it's I have a plan. I have a plan that I want to have two of these 8-rounders that we're gonna call it, and then after that, see how my body feels, and if I feel great, then I'm gonna call out a very serious opponent. So yeah, it's exciting for me to announce this.
Now, you told me you're training smart. Give me an idea of what smart training is all about for you.
I was probably one of the hardest workers in the gym, and I know that for a fact. I loved the gym. I loved waking up at 4 a.m. to go run, and then I couldn't wait to just start sparring. And the one thing that I would maybe do wrong now that I look at it, I would spar every single day. I would go to wars like 10 rounds, 12 rounds every single day. So it's wear and tear in your body. And I mean, now that I've been able to rest my body for a long time, I'm not sparring every single day. I'm sparring maybe twice, maybe 3 times a week, but very careful. Yeah, going all out, but just working on some different types of techniques, different punches, footwork, working on speed. But the one thing that I'm most excited about is that, I want to say that I had the best jab in the business. Now that it rested for 14 years, it feels faster than what it was before. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I can't believe it's been 14 years since Oscar De La Hoya has been back in the ring. That's what blows me away more than anything else. I know you've stayed active in the promoting business and staying in shape. I know that too. I'm curious, if we were to take you in your prime, let's just say mid to late 20s, and we took you in a time machine and put you right now into 2021 at that age, in that regard, with the fighters you went up against during the prime of your career in boxing, and looking at the way the sport is right now, especially in your weight classes, how do you think you'd fare?
There's no doubt I would beat everybody easy with such ease. It was a whole different time. It was a different era. We threw more punches. We took the punch well. It was just different. The mentality was different. It would have been easy for me fighting in this time, and I'm talking about the top level of fighters. Me in my prime against anybody in their prime at this time, it would have been a walk in the park.
Now, HBO pay-per-view had all your fights in those years, and you were always fighting on HBO and had that relationship. HBO's gone. Showtime is gone. Now look what's left. We've got DAZN. We've got streaming pay-per-views and streaming boxing. That's the change, and that's where we've seen everything come along from a broadcast standpoint, which is another reason why I love the fact that after the Munguía fight on DAZN ends, you've got a Facebook Live show so people all around the country can check that out from El Paso.
Yeah, no, we've been working on several streaming platforms. Obviously, DAZN has been doing a wonderful job in showcasing and presenting fans across the world the best fights that you can possibly watch. I mean, they obviously showcased Canelo Alvarez, where I got him the biggest contract in the history of any sport back in the day a couple of years ago. So we're very happy and fortunate that the zones showcasing all these fights. But then you take a look at ESPN, what they're doing with Bob Arum and Top Rank. I mean, it's incredible. I love what they've done over the years, and the fighters they're showcasing. And then you have Triller, who's coming in. I mean, like a fastball, and nobody can hit. They're just they're doing these events with music and entertainment. And so I don't know if you just heard, but Teofimo Lopez's a fight just got postponed because he got COVID. So but Triller's doing that fight, and it's a mega fight. Everybody's looking forward to that. So all these various platforms are showcasing boxing. I think boxing right now is hotter than ever. And we want to keep that momentum going. We want to continue to showcase and give the fight fans the best fights possible.
In a perfect world, would you like to bring a couple of shows a year to El Paso, knowing the history, the fight fans, and now coming out of COVID, how many people want to just get back to watch live sporting events?
Absolutely. Look, I'm looking at these markets, and El Paso is on top of my list. And I mean, COVID hit everybody hard, including us, including the boxing community. And but I think we're survivors. We have to continue to push for these big fights to happen. And there's no better place than El Paso, that's for sure.
Well, we'll see Jaime Munguía Saturday night. It's going to be a loaded card from Golden Boy Promotions. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what's going on with you. Personally, it sounds like you got a lot of stuff happening from the promotion business, getting back into the fight game. And let's be honest, at our age, it's just a number. It doesn't mean anything. And you saw from guys like Roy Jones and Mike Tyson that, hey, you could fight into your 50s, look good, and there's a market for it. The fans love nostalgia. They love to see their heroes get back in the ring and look good. And as long as you do that, I think the future's bright for you in and out of the ring right now.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And I mean, I have a lot going on. Aside from boxing, it's a busy life, including 6 kids. Oh. So you can imagine.
No, I can't imagine. I've got 1, and that's enough. I couldn't imagine 6.
Yeah, exactly. Well, times 6, right? But it's been quite a ride, and I'm enjoying every second of it. And life. I mean, like Forrest Gump said, right? Life is like a box of chocolates. It literally is. And I'm tasting every single chocolate. Let me tell you, it's been quite a ride. And so but my passion, my love, is being inside that ring, and I cannot wait.
Great to catch up with you. I'll look forward to seeing you Saturday. I look forward to the big fight with Jaime in town and everybody else. And again, thanks for the time and joining us here on Sports Talk, Oscar.
You got it, my man. Thanks.